In this video, I want to share one of the most practical tips for new JD Edwards Orchestrator designers, and that is to build and test one step at a time. Now, this is similar to the last video we talked about here on the Learn It Quick series, but we're going to take a look at this in the big picture. A lot of beginners make the same mistake. They build an entire orchestration from start to finish, add a bunch of steps, map everything together, and only then try to test it. When it fails, they have no idea where the problem is, or at least the JSON output gives the error, but it may not elaborate on the mapping issues or other component setup causes. Was it the data request? Was it the rule? Was it the form request? Was it an output mapping issue? Was it bad input data? So if they have built the entire orchestration and get the failure, they are stuck trying to troubleshoot everything at once. A better approach is to build in small pieces. Create the first component, test it, confirm the outputs, and then add the next pieces. Test it again. This approach gives you control. Then say you're building an orchestration that looks up customer credit limit. And then it goes on to use a data request to look to see what the customer's open AR is. Then we could use a rule to compare the customer credit limit against the open AR, and it would return a statement as to whether or not the customer will be put on hold. So if in fact the customer is over their credit limit, we want to use a form request to put the customer on hold. And after that, we would have a notification to notify the account manager. So you don't want to build all 5 parts at once and then hit run. First, you really want to add that credit limit data request and test it. If that works, then you would add the next data request for checking the open AR and test again. We will continue to add all of these pieces and map them to make sure that each component is sound in its execution. So we would continue this until we have our rule, our form request, and finally the notification. Every step depends on the first one before it. So if the credit limit data request lookup is wrong, the rule might fail. And if the rule is set up incorrectly, the form request might be skipped and additional orders could be entered against the customer, which may mean that the notification might not ever be sent. So testing incrementally isolates the problem quickly and actually saves us time. So it's not a good idea to build an orchestration and test at the end. You want to test it all the way through, building a little, test a little, confirm a little, and then move forward. That habit will make your orchestrations cleaner, your troubleshooting faster, and your confidence much stronger. So that's going to do it for this Learn It Quick video on building and testing orchestrations in the Orchestrator Studio.